Hey everybody, if you're looking to buy a drill stop collar for your Edge Pro Apex or your Edge Pro Professional, hang on a minute. Don't submit that order until you watch the rest of this video, because I have some information that may interest you as to a major problem that I have with a drill stop collar. So if you've seen my video as to whether or not it's accurate, then you'll already know the drill stop collar is an accurate aftermarket part for maintaining your angle on different size stones. That's not the issue. The issue is something bigger, something more grave, and here we go. I'm going to share it with you. In order to set the drill stop collar, you take your stone out and you go ahead and you put it under that collar and you tighten it. Now, once you have it set to the angle that you want, the challenge is being able to keep that stone flat with one hand, tighten it with the other hand, and do it all in a fairly decent amount of time without losing your angle. So the idea is to have that drill stop collar just barely resting on top of that stone. And notice how flimsy it is. You don't have a lot of work surface for that drill stop collar to cover your sharpening stone, your wet stone. It doesn't matter what kind you're using. It really only sits on top of it a little bit more than about 1/4 of an inch. I also noticed that if you use it a lot, that little Allen wrench doesn't fit in there as well. It strips really, really easy. And so it's, well, as you can see, I'm having a very difficult time doing this. And this is a problem I go through every single time I sharpen it. I sharpen a lot of knives every single week, and it's just a hassle to continue to mess with this thing. And so I got on the internet and started doing some research. Look how ridiculous this is, right? First of all, that thing's stripped. And so when I do put it in there and I start to tighten it, it pops out really, really easy. The other problem is that it's very wobbly. And so when you have it on your 5/16 angle rod and you do finally tighten it, see that? Now look, it's finally tightened, but watch this, it's going to drop. Bam, see that? That little drop came down about 1/2 of a degree in my measurement. And let me share with you something that's just a slightly bit different, a slightly easier alternative. I like the idea of the drill stop collar, don't get me wrong. I think it's a cool aftermarket part. It makes for transitioning between stones incredibly easy. But this thing is just, it's too much of a hassle. It's very frustrating. So let me show you this. I got onto Amazon, which is kind of my go-to place for literally everything, and started looking for quick release drill stop collars. Quick release drill stop collars. And this is what I came up with. It's manufactured by a company in the U.S. called Rudland, and they have a lot of different sizes. And it's funny because the photograph on Amazon is different than what this looks like. It actually looks a lot more like the small one that I was using a minute ago. But I didn't care. I like the aspect of the quick release. So let's go through the process of what it would be like to use a drill stop collar for the very first time, okay? Got the knife, got the stone, whatever, we're sharpening. I like the angle, and I want to set it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take the rock off, pop it on the back, look at the working surface, click it down, done. Wow. What did that take? A second? We're going to transition to a bigger stone. Notice that white stone, that's a Shapton. We're going to go ahead and pop a bigger stone in it. So I just loosen the angle bar, drop it down, tighten it, out of here. One more second. That's 2 seconds. The problem I also have, and this will remedy that solution as well, is check this out. When I bought this particular set of Shaptons, I was kind of disappointed. They came to me chipped and dirty, and I actually thought they were used. It was my first set of Shaptons. And if you own Shaptons, you know this isn't a cheap set. It's quite an expensive set. And look at the tips, man. The tips were ridiculous. They're all chipped up. They were weak. They were kind of crumbling, like they'd been kicked or badly handled at the facility that they were shipped or packed at. Anyway, you're going to notice that the Shaptons are the stones are cut slightly differently. Now, this isn't only for Shaptons, because you're going to realize that you're going to run into stones for your Edge Pro that aren't exactly 6 inches long. Unlike the aluminum oxides will go all the way to the very tip. So you can extend your bar to the very edge without having a problem. But look at this. These stones fall short about a millimeter, a little bit more than a millimeter. And so when you're sharpening with the same technique, look what happens. It catches. Bang! And so in order to remedy that, here we go. Quick release, drill stop collar. Go ahead and put it on your arm and set it to whatever length that you need to stop at. Now, this will also work if you happen to have a cracked stone, but you don't want to toss a stone. You could do that. So we're going to go ahead and set it. Make sure that it works out nice. So notice how I'm just short of the edge. I'm going to tighten it up just a tiny bit more. There we go. And see how the blade just stops right at the very edge of that stone. Hence, problem solved. So now, the chipped edge that I got when I received the stone is no longer going to be weakened by the knife constantly tapping on it during a sharpening session. And let me show you how quick and easy it is to remove these things. Watch this. Just as quick as it was to put them on, we slide them off, tighten them back up, and that's it. All right, thanks for watching this video. And look, if you have any questions about this quick release drill stop collar, leave them in the comment section below, and I'm going to try to get to them all. If you're interested in learning more about it, I'm going to put a link where I bought it. I got it from Amazon. And if you happen to buy it through that link, well, then you're also supporting our channel in a very small way, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So me and my crew, my family, we say thanks. So we get asked all the time, what's in your knife sharpening kit? And I really ought to make a video on what's in our kit, because we got all kinds of really cool stuff in it. And this happens to be one of the items in our kit as well. And so we use it. It's a great product, and the quality is incredible. So it's not even in the same ballpark as the drill stop collar that you're already familiar with. So you know what? You get what you pay for. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Click that notification bell. We'll see you in the kitchen.